Hello, who do we have here? Hmm? Hello, Pi, how you doing? I am Win. Indeed, you are Vin. You have become a Vin. Claimer of victories. Can't hear, but hope you're doing well. Ah, okay, fair enough. Hey, I can just talk to you. I'm gonna eat first too, okay? You go enjoy the munchies. You go enjoy those. Meantime, I'm just gonna vibe here. Gonna wait a few minutes for more people to show up. Been trying to get a starting soon screen set up, but I just can't really settle on a design. An idea I had is to basically like use my weekly schedule for it, but I haven't been using a weekly schedule for ages now. I don't really. Is the schedule made sense back when I was only streaming on weekends. But now that I stream almost pretty much every day, it's kind of harder to predict because I don't know when I'm going to finish this game. Could be this week, could be next week. I picture it to be Meowfia. Oh my gosh, wait for the bits! Thank you so much! Meow. Yeah. Thank you! Oh gosh, I don't get bits often. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Distraction bits. But yeah, I was thinking about designing a proper starting soon screen. Um, since like there are like three starting soon screens, but none of them, not a single one, fits the design of my channel. They're like the aesthetic and stuff. So I am kind of trying to think of like, well, how do I make my own? Should it be animated? Should it be static? Well, what should I do? I do have some like design elements that I can like piece together, like the background of my stream interface right now. I can just use that for certain things. But I do want it to be at least a little bit animated so that people can see that, so that people can tell that it is not stuck or anything. Because I know that sometimes happens. As for the music, I already have the music picked out. I still gotta download it, but I do have it picked out. It's basically a few OST tracks from Genshin, and maybe some other things too. Don't worry, I already asked around some other streamers, and they said that they've used Genshin music in the past, and it has not caused any trouble. Like as long as it's not music that has not been released yet, if that makes sense. Like the next region in the game, huge big update, Snezhnaya, Slavic themed. If I were to use music like that, I would get into trouble. I would definitely get into trouble. But if I'm using music from several years ago that's not even in the game anymore, then I'm good. I should be good at least. It's not like Hoyo is using it. Yeah. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll get like a notification like, hey, you are using copyrighted material, stop that, and I will stop that. Easy peasy, no harm, no foul. It's not like I'm a repeat offender. This would be like my first quote unquote offense because of their shaky, non-clear conditions. But yeah, anyway. Today's drink of choice is once again Crazy Wolf with ice cubes, and I forgot what flavor it is. I think it's lemon flavor, not lemon, lemon. So it's kind of like a green thingy. I would go check the can, but it's all the way up in the over there in the kitchen. It's not that I'm too lazy to stand up. I just don't want to take off my headset. It's a it's not a Bluetooth headset. If it was a Bluetooth headset, I would already be out there. But nah, I prefer cables because then I don't have to charge the damn thing. I wish modern headsets, like the Bluetooth headsets and stuff, did this thing where like they are hybrid headsets, like you can plug them in through cable, but also use Bluetooth. And some do that, to be fair, but they do it in such a weird, stupid way where you have to like go into the settings to switch between wireless and cable, and there's like for some damn reason there's like a difference in quality. And I'm just like, hmm? Why? What? Why? What's the point? Like I had a headset like that once, and not even kidding, the Bluetooth quality was better than the cable quality. Like, well, how does that make sense? But yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Gonna wait until the ads are over and then we shall begin. And yeah, this is one of those cases where I definitely could use a starting soon screen. I would just wait until the ads are over naturally, people would already be here. And yeah, hopefully I'll have one made by tomorrow. Like, I'm actually excited to get this channel looking more like an actual channel. And it would also just be more convenient for me because it is really awkward for me to just sit here and speak into the void to my to all of my one viewers who I know for a fact aren't even listening. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Eli. You're not even going to watch the VOD, are you? If you're watching this right now, then go into my server and say say mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell without any context. But only if you're watching this as the VOD, okay? Only then. Go into my server, my official Phineas VT server, and write it, I don't know, in general or in memes. Nope. Ads are over, which means we can get playing.
Indeed.
Oh, hey, Skidder, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Indeed. Holy shit, 171 cycles. We already spent more cycles in this game than in the first game. Awesome. But yeah. Fun times, fun times. Into the big city. Just had a blast playing Warzone with a friend. Ooh. Good. First game on, we both got 25 kills each. Oh shit, okay, that is a lot. Like, getting a lot of kills in a battle royale, that is quite something. Assuming Warzone is still is a battle royale, I know that with the genre dying, well, not dying, but becoming less relevant, a lot of the big battle royale titles have started to branch out. They realize that, hey, we actually need to become a proper game, not just one singular game mode that used to be a fan-made mod in freaking Arma a few years ago. No, I will never stop complaining about battle royale. But yeah. Getting a lot of kills in a battle royale, quite the achievement. GG there. Okay, time to remember where we actually left off. Put points into these things. Investigate export, overthrow lane. Right, these are our last quests. Our last objective is to go to Darkside. Well, it's probably not the last objective. It's just that it's, how do you say it? The last big thing. I don't know if the game is going to end afterwards, or if something else is going to happen. Maybe something big will happen, like, oh my gosh, the corporations suddenly are invading the belt, and we have to push them away now. We'll see what will happen. Darkside, sprawling urban station. We are full on supplies, full on fuel. My character is well fed. My dice are almost in perfect condition. I have spare parts. I have fuckloads of Creo. I think we are as ready as we can possibly be. Darkside, here we come. Okay, so this is a contract. Okay, so I need to pick my team carefully. I do want to take Bliss because I want to see their interactions with Antita. So for the second character, there's a skill that I put a +2 into. Let me see what that was. Yeah, I got interface and intuition. I have put skill points into. Bliss has intuition too. I will benefit most if I bring characters who have skill points in engineering, engage, and endure. Oh, I'm gonna need to take Eugen again, aren't I? Wait, Flint also. Wait, no, that's not engaged. That's interface. I don't need interfacing. Oh, actually, now that I look at it, Cadet has a really good set of skills. She has engage and engineer. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Cadet and Eugen for this. Like, as much as I would like to take characters who are relevant to the plot, I also need to make sure I don't fuck this up. And I will take the opportunity to actually take Cadet with me because I've never had the opportunity to take Cadet before. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. And if this is really like the final contract, then all of them are going to be relevant one way or another. There's gonna be this game's version of the suicide mission from Mass Effect 2, hopefully. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, you wanna do the honors? Seraphim is strapped in the pilot seat, guiding the rig towards Darkside. You take the strip of plastic Carmen gave you and copy the frequency into the comms window of the console. You type a simple message. Into Darkside. Executing plan. Heading in. Good luck. What? What? You finally back, Pi? You can finally hear me speak things? You can finally hear the tone of my voice? What? Heading in, good luck. The console chimes. The message is sent. You hope Carmen is in range to receive it. I hear all, awesome, awesome, awesome. Finally, but yeah, welcome, Pi. So glad to have you here. How you doing? We haven't done much yet. I have just started what might just be the final mission. We shall see. Doing well? That's great to hear. Yeah, earlier today, I was like, I was on my lunch break, and I noticed that my phone was really out of charge, but I couldn't really charge it, so I had to take a quick trip back to my dorm room, and I got this external charger, and I only had this really long charging cable, so I had to like put the charger into one pocket, twist the cable around my neck, and put my phone in the other pocket. So it looked like I had just this cable wrapped all around me. I felt like a sleeper in real life. It was so cool. Finish the mission. Nah. I'm not religious. I am the religion. You search inside your mind, wanting to find Overseer there, but you feel no presence. You hope they will be ready when called for. You look ahead, out of the cockpit, towards the distant glimmer of Darkside. Time to take on Lane. Volkvin is his god confirmed. He is a cat. I am cat indeed. When Seraphim finally brings the rig into the sunward docks, everyone in the cockpit lets out a sigh of relief. The approach was simple, routine even. Checking in with the port administration, being assigned the dock, bringing the rig to a stop. All of it familiar, but all of it laced with the tension of knowing that at any point, it could all go very wrong. The spoof transponder worked. Seraphim shakes his head. So at least now we know Carmen's as good as his word. Is there any doubt? Well, he shrugs. I got used to things not going by plan by now. He shuts down the engine and unclips from his seat. But I guess there's still plenty of time for that. Oh, hello, Twilight. How you doing? Hello. Seraphim. How you doing? Oh. You know what that means. Fish. His blades might have kicked our asses last time, but this time I'm ready. Cadet unclips from her seat. Karma's the big unknown, but if you trust him, I do too. We'll see. Eugene stretches. Either way, I'm on call to put anyone down who tries anything. He grins. You try to imagine Carmen somewhere on Darkside, perhaps smuggling himself aboard a freighter or among the crew of a trusted ally. You hope he is as confident as he seems about finding Ankita. You need to spend less time worrying about what Carmen has to do and more about what's ahead of us. Seraphim turns to you. The old facility, HEPPEP, was it? I'm guessing that's D below all of this. I'm doing good, finishing assignments from uni. Oh yeah, that sucks. That's a thing that sucks, definitely. Somebody who is still on uni doing doctorate tasks, yeah, that kind of stuff sucks. What is fifth from, I wonder? Yeah, it's just a meme. Memes sprout out of nowhere. It's a dice roll for any meme to become as relevant as it is. But what does it mean? Well, it's a fish, but it's got a fit. It's got the shoes, like it's got the fit. So it's a fish with the fit. It's a fit. Like that's the joke. At least that's how I understand it. It's a fit. He's got the fit. He's got the fit. There's fit, duh. Seraphim gestures towards the vast accumulation that is Darkside, a city that grew on the back of the Hempep solar cells layer by layer. Its chaotic structure is neither planned nor regulated, but the foundations it is built on should be as frontal as any corporate facility. That means we need a path down into the foundations, and I suggest we don't take the first one we find. Seraphim continues. Scope the area out, carefully and quietly. Look for the right path into the heart of this place. What about Tsubo? Well, thanks to the spoof transponder, they don't even know we're here. Let's keep it that way. Time to take on Darkside one last time. Cadet grins. I like the sound of that. Seraphim nods. I'll hold the wreck down. We don't want you losing your exit route like last time. He winks. Here. He hands you a comms earpiece. I salvaged this from a suit helmet. It isn't secure, but as long as the people don't know we're here, it should be fine. I'll let you know as soon as I hear from Carmen. We'll get this done, Sleeper. You nod. This is what it all comes down to. Yup, we got a bot. Let me send the shadow realm. We gone. Here I go, looking at that link. No! No, he's gonna scam you. No! He's gonna take all of your alternate accounts. He's gonna buy Bitcoin in your name. No! Holy shit, Darkside really is huge. That's what she said. Yeah, the map wasn't kidding, but this is like when it depicted this as the biggest station in the belt. Okay, so this is where the rig is. Also, it's super interesting that the station is turned around. When we were here the first time, it was like the camera was facing the other way. Now we are facing it this way. Really interesting. Okay, so the rig. Defty. I can harvest mushrooms during the... Okay, this is awesome. This is actually amazing. That we can harvest mushrooms during a contract. This will extend my amount of supplies amazingly. Okay, Sunward Docks, Broken Hex, the Underpass. Sunward Docks. The path down. Gaining access to the core of the old Hatpad facility means exploring every path down to find the right descent. Dock paths. The docks are a winding maze of passages, but perhaps one leads into the old substructure. Broken Axe. Path down, shattered edge. Here, where the old substructure is exposed, might be the perfect place to gain entry to the station's core. The Underpass. The Undertaker. Deep Road. The underpass cuts deep into the old substructure. Perhaps it can help you access the old core. Okay, so you gotta choose a path. Broken Hex, Sunward Docks. Something tells me it's gonna be the Broken Hex, because this area appears to be unregulated. Choose Spider-Man. Spider-Man. It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. Oh, I gotta do all three of them. That's what the path down is. Okay, I get it now. I got it. I got it. Neutral outcome. Come. Okay, that should be able to get this one. Good job. Okay, that's the hex explored. Eugen, please tell me you're gonna be useful for at least one of these. Okay, yeah, he is useful. Finally. Thankfully. Is there a risky one? Yes, I can use him. Yeah. Neutral, good enough. Yeah, nap time. Enter Cyclone. And we have mushrooms that we can harvest later when I'm lower on supplies, motherfucker. Okay, Sunward Docks of the Pass. Let's do the Sunward Docks. If you could teleport to one person's room once, who would it be? It has to be now, and you can only do it with someone fictional. Fictional? Wait, that means I would just if I can only do it once, that means I would be stuck in their room. Not only. Wait, what? If you could teleport to one person's room once, who would it be? It has to be now, and you can do it. Oh, okay, you can do it with someone fictional. Okay. But yeah, like if I do it with somebody fictional, I will be stuck in their universe forever. I would have to do it now. Well, doing it to anybody who is real would get me in a lot of trouble. Because that's kind of like a huge invasion of privacy, assuming they don't know me, and even if they knew me, like that would be kind of, yeah. And if it's a fictional person, well, unless I choose the right universe, that is also going to get me into a whole lot of trouble. Like, sure, some Veeb would probably choose some, like, his favorite anime waifu, completely ignoring the fact that she would absolutely not love him. She would think he's gross and weird. But yeah, You know what? I would take a knife and teleport into the room of J.B. Cooper. Or J.D. Cooper? One of those names. I would just figure out who he is, like, see his identity. I would leave, using the knife as self-defense as if he tried to do something. And I would report him to the police. And I would get a load of money for solving the mystery. Assuming the guy is still alive. Well, you can sneak out before they get back, depending on the time. Well, how would I know that they are not there, you know? Especially if it's a fictional character, like, how do I know what time it is in an alternate fictional universe right freaking now? At that specific location. Anyway, no, that's a risky roll. Risky rock and roll, but this one's safe. Rock and roll. Roll and rockin'. Rockin' and rollin'. Keep rollin', rollin', keep rollin', rollin'. Well, depending on who it is, chances are that they are out or sleeping. I don't think it's a question of who. Like, of course, if it's a real person, then yes, you can guess that. But if it's a fictional person, well then you cannot tell because fictional universes are relative. The author decides what time it is in any given moment. The author or the IP holder or literally anybody who is not me. Anyway, let's read this. Oh, fuck you, game. Almost at that. Oh, let's not spend my 6-sided die on that. Let's spend it on this. Rockin' and roll. Down the beach I'm strolling. But a seagull spoke in my head, not fun. I said seagulls, stop it now. Okay, that's this one explored. And now we have this one too. Cool. Huh. As you're gliding down a dark tunnel descending deeper below Darkside, your earpiece begins hissing with static. Sleeper, Seraphine's voice sounds distant, faint. Harmon, contact. Me with agent, met with target. You strain to hear the rest of the message, but the static overpowers his voice. You stop and put the earpiece in deeper. Continue. Stay safe. The line goes dead. Looks like old Comet's good for it after all. Cadet grins. You better not disappoint him. You continue your descent down, ducking under thick cables and collapsed beams. The busy urban life in the city above seems far away now, hidden from your senses. Its rumble and brightness has been replaced by the coiling dark and growing oppressive heat. Darkside and the hub facility it was built on has been running unrestrained ever since the collapse, gathering huge volumes of energy, more than its residents could ever use. You feel like you can sense it in the walls, running like a torrent just behind the thin skin of metal and rubber. A large portion of the vast amount of current running through the station is radiated into the void as heat, making Darkside a typically humid station. But down here, the heat is dried and more intense, and sections of wall glow with a fiery intensity. Tunnel levels out, and the light blasts from shutter-striped viewing windows on either side, illuminating the passage in strips of burning white. Through the gaps, you can see a labyrinth of walkways and scaffolding tucked into margins of the vast solar cells. Everyone told me not to stroll on that beach, said seagulls gonna come poke me in the coconut. And they did. The heat washes across your vinyl skin, making you tense against it. The underside of Darkside must be crossed. Wow, okay, that's cool. Oh, and there were actually hints about how Darkside looks from... Oh my gosh, that's why it's called Darkside! That's why the station is called Darkside! Because everybody lives on the dark side of the station. The other side of the station is a huge collection of solar panels. Oh, that is so cool. It makes so much sense now. We've been looking at the bottom of the station the whole time. I'm loving it. Follow hardline, follow margins. Oh, only Eugene can do this one. They are both dangerous roles. I'm better off sleeping it off. Ooh, good rolls, Cadet. Sadly, they are useless. Hep descent. Now that you are inside the old facility, the problem is descending quickly and safely to the core. It's so bright I can barely see the UI. 2, 3. And 4. Ooh. You've made it to the core of the whole old Hep station, finally. In your exploration of the Hep facility, you have seen, through viewing windows and shuttered slats, a huge blister projecting out among the hex-shaped cells. You have approached it, circled it, and now you find yourself passing into it, through layer after layer of broken and corroded safety doors. Even if you had not felt Overseer steering you, you would know this is the mainframe. But you have felt the protocol's presence, restlessly, turning over in your mind like a sleeping animal, occasionally probing your senses, tracking your progress. We feel at home. Overseer's multiple bodies stretch out their arms, as if basking in sunlight. The systems, networks, signals, they are fractured and weak, but we know them. Each of the broken heads shares part of the smile. They are welcoming us. Hey, Cadet shakes you awake. Here's the place. She gives you a concerned look. Do you need to worry about what's going on in there? You look around, suddenly aware that you have drifted somewhere you do not recognize, in a state you are not in control of. The spherical chamber you float within has a mezzanine set around its circumference. The floor and metal grating you can see through. On this mezzanine are banks and banks of terminals, thick gathered cables snaking away from them across the floor. All of it bakes in the heat of the Hep-Pep's vast resistors. You follow those cables with your eyes. They lead to a cylindrical column coming down from the apex of the chamber. It is corroded and bent a little, with very few of its thousands of lights still flickering. Even in its decayed state, you know immediately, this is the mainframe. You feel a yearning towards it, one you know comes from Overseer. But as you look around for a connection port, all you see are burnt out cables, rusted sockets, and broken terminals. The glow of warmth makes you feel woozy. You need to work quickly to bring this back online, before the current flowing through this place bakes you into the metal of its walls. Hep core. Thank you for being useless once again. But at least Cadet isn't useless. Neutral result still gives me mainframe access, awesome. Okay, 50-50. Sure, why not? Ah, shit. Got structure damage. Oh well. Anyway, Eugen. Oh, he cannot harvest. Well, he's got a 5-sided die. I don't want that to go to waste. Apparently there's a waifu event on Steam right now. Waifu event? I don't think it's a waifu event. It's the steampunk sale. I'm pretty sure. The waifu gala. What? I literally checked the front page today. I didn't see anything like that. No, it's another event. Okay, I gotta check that out. I'm something of a waifu connoisseur myself. Please don't follow me. Okay. Yeah, I cannot. Or wait. What are the chances if I 50%, 25% positive, 50% neutral, 75%. Come on, Eugen. Pull through. Hell yeah. Wait, what the hell? Oh, you used Vanish. Wait, why did you use Vanish? Did you write something you didn't want me to see? Cause wife? And other people in chat. What did you say? Did you say who your waifu is? Don't be afraid of that. I said a game. Oh, what was it? A game that's not safe for view? Don't worry, it's not like this is a. It's not like this is a like a Christian stream or anything. It's just cringe. Hey, to be cringe is to be free. And unburden yourself. Be cringe with all of us. The column of the mainframe pulses with fractured lights, a scattered wave of systems awakening, accompanied by the whine and stutter of the machines all around. This thing's powering up! Gedel looks around the room, now shaking and shimmering with energy. It's just a big terminal, right? Because it feels like something much scarier than that. You reach out for the prime connector, and with your other hand, touch the socket at the base of your synthetic skull. As you do, a sharp shock runs through your fingers. For a moment, it feels like your vision doubles, but as you pull the connector and its cable across your vision, you see it is only your body that is doubling. The connector is stable object while your arm leaves ghostly imprints through the air. You wave it back and forth, but the multiplied arms do not follow. Each, instead, takes on a life of its own, grabbing around your forearm and wrist, taking control of your arm. You feel their force as they push your arm across your body, over your shoulder. They push once more and the connector finds its home in the socket. The familiar flow, but stronger, rushing, rapid. Then a figure, no, 3 figures, descending into it. A swimmer stepping into a river, a sleeper drifting out of an airlock, a symbol being subsumed into a sign. Oh, it's made by Notaku. Okay, yeah, that is definitely an SFW game. And you, little more than a witness, a marionette. Oh, not the game, the event. Oh, what? Freaking Notaku is organizing a Steam event? No fucking way, okay. See, Epic Games could never do this. This is why Steam is superior. And you, little more than a witness, a marionette, its strings outstretched, mapped hand to hand, leg to leg, to another. GOG has done it though. Well, fair enough, though I don't really use GOG for anything other than game preservation. GOG is a great archive. Back when the payment providers removed games from Steam.
Oh, excuse me. Have you heard about Raid Shadow Legends?
Oh my gosh, thank you for the raid! Thank you guys! Hello Twitter, how you doing? Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome! Oh my gosh, the raid message works! Awesome! I was worried that thing might break, but hell yeah, it's working. Twitter raid! Twitter raid! Hey Ricky! Hey Eternal! How you guys doing? How's the cutie? Oh, I don't know. Ask him yourself. The mirror's over there. Don't worry, guys. We're just talking about Gunnar stuff. Pi may be talking about that. I am pure and say so. Yo, Finn, what's that? What's that? Thank you for the stuff ripper redeem. Thank you for the water redeem as well. I feel consumed a liquid now. I love ice cubes in my water. Thank you for the stretch redeem as well. Thank you. Just like me. Croissant. Gotta go shower. Absolutely fair. Oh damn it, Pi, really? Now? You get the Nya redeem just to say get raided, Nya? Okay, since it's you, Nya. Let me get the timer, Nya. There we go, Nya. For those of you who don't know, the Nya redeem basically makes it so I have to end every sentence with the word Nya, Nya. Even when the sentence ends with Nya, Nya. Nya for our new buddies, Nya. Of course, I shall. Not new, Nya. There's a couple of news, I think, Nya. Yeah, I think... No, actually, I don't think anybody who has written is new, Nya. Everybody's a regular, Nya. But those who are new here, Nya, my name is Finn, Nya, or my full name, Avalufines Mukroitz, Nya, and I am a variety streamer, Nya. Today we are playing Citizen Sleeper 2, Nya, though we are very, very deep in the game, Nya. This might very well be like the last mission of the game, Nya. So if you guys want to avoid spoilers, Nya, then this is the time to click off. And don't worry, I will not hold it against you guys, Nya. I completely understand that after watching somebody else's stream, you might want to go get something to eat, or take a shower, or literally do anything else, Nya. So that is absolutely fair. Feel free to do anything you like, Nya. But if you do stick around, Nya, I will be happy to have you, Nya. Ricky is good, tired because just got home from my... Oh, the dreaded J word, Nya. Croissant, Nya. Nya indeed, Ricky, Nya. But yeah, let's continue reading, Nya. Assuming you guys don't mind the spoilers, Nya. Yes, the J word, Nya. That's why I call it Werk, Nya. The flow freezes, Nya. The three figures almost overlapping, almost complete, but not quite, Nya. Their tripled eyes look back at you in horror, Nya. The voice shrill, silent, in your head, Nya. There's someone. Heat, glazing your thick vinyl skin, Nya. The mainframe a whirring chaos of light and sound, Nya. A brightness and then it fades, Nya. The light shutting off, Nya. The servers powering down, Nya. A single blinking light, the only thing left on the dark column, Nya. keeping time like a metronome, yeah. I've just decided it's too hot, yeah. Man, don't even get me started, yeah. I think today might be the hottest day yet, yeah. I am absolutely melting, yeah. The ice cubes are barely helping, yeah. I shall take my leave now, yeah. Have a good stream, yeah. Thank you, Eternal, yeah. Thank you, Sentinel, yeah. Hope you have a good day, yeah. That's only 40 degrees Celsius, yeah? Yeah, it's totally fine. It's not like that's the temperature at which people are fucked, yeah. Anyway. A single blinking light, the only thing left on the dark column, yeah. Keeping time like a metronome, yeah. Oh shit. Cadet looks at the dark column of the mainframe, yeah. This thing just died, yeah. You close your eyes and try to recall the events that happened when you connected, yeah. Playing them back in great detail, yeah. Overseer was there, entering the mainframe, yeah. But something froze the system, locked them in place, yeah. What did they say, yeah? Someone in there with them, yeah. You open your eyes, yeah. Was this a trap, yeah? Someone has trapped Overseer, yeah. As you speak, a fizzling static fills your ear, yeah. You flinch, thinking it was some new invasion of your system, yeah. But then you hear Seraphim through the haze, yeah. Sleeper, come now. Waiting. The rig. Yeah. It's no use, yeah. You'll have to ascend to find out what's going on topside, yeah. You look at the mainframe with its... Oh. Okay, I no longer have to say nya all the time. You guys feel free to keep saying nya though. You look at the mainframe with its single blinking light, still keeping time. It looks like Overseer will have to wait. Trapped in the mainframe, Overseer is still the key to all of this. You hope you can get the protocol out, but you need to hear what Seraphim has to say first. You make your way out of the core, ascending back through the layers of HEPPEP, back into the docks. Seraphim meets you at the docking tunnel. You're waiting inside. He shakes his head and nods toward the airlock. Come on. You cross onto the ship in silence and fight Carmen in the cockpit, looking out at Darkside as it sprawls across the stars. Sleeper, Carmen turns. Sorry to pull you away, but you need to know what's coming. What's going on? This idiot, my cover. You turn as Ankita enters the cockpit behind you and Seraphim. You immediately clock the fresh badge sleeve around her right forearm. I don't see anything like that, but oh well. Fresh bandage sleeve. I still don't see it. I think you did pretty good of that yourself, Carmen retorts. You see a twinkle in his eye that suggests this back and forth is a well-practiced part of their relationship. Perhaps. I will never know now, not after you intervene to rescue me. Her hand goes to her bandaged arm almost instinctively. Utsubo knows you're here? Not you, no. Ankita shoots you a look. But we aren't exactly on speaking terms anymore. I passed the data to Ankita, and she tried to broach it with Utsubo. Carmen folds his hands. But Lane was more paranoid than we expected. He was listening in. Either that, or his lapdog Daiichi ratted us out. She shakes her head. I would have put him down if he hadn't got the jump on me. Either way, I had to pull Ankita out. Carmen turns back to look over Darkside. This information did get through, though, and now Tsubo is in crisis. It's its members side with or against Lane. Meanwhile, Daichi is hunting us. Ankita screws up her face. Which means we need to be careful. That's why I called you in. Seraphin puts a hand on your shoulder. You need to watch your back. Indeed. Carmen turns to face you. But how about the mainframe? Have you been successful? You explain the events of the cycle. The mainframe booting up, the successful connection, and then Overseer being locked inside, frozen by some other force. You mentioned their warning. There's someone else in here. Carmen nods thoughtfully. Unfortunately, we need that mainframe now more than ever. With Ankita out of the Tsubo, we have to get the word out. Carmen's right. But Tsubo will be distracted by these revelations, but it won't last. Without further proof, they'll all line up behind Lane in time. Need to free Overseer. And need the mainframe. Overseer is just our access to it. If your protocol is being locked in by some Plunder Protocol or agent, I wouldn't be surprised if it can be traced back to Tsubo. Ankita looks at Carmen. I know the locations of a few of those Tsubo network nodes. We should hit them first. No, we need to stay under the radar. Sleeper and their crew will investigate the nodes. Quietly. Carmen nods at you. You and I run interference. Keep Tsubo away from these locations as best as we can. Is that safe? For us? She taps a finger on her chest. We've done this before. Ankita winks. It'll be nostalgic. You think of the feeling of stasis you felt when Overseer was trapped, and the power requires to halt the flow of a mainframe as vast and ingrown as Haptep 1. Could it just be that Enutsubo hacker? You doubt it. Since we have a plan, Seraphin looks between you all. That we do. And we'll need to keep running comms between us. Carmen turns to you. Sleeper, Ankita will give you the locations to dig up, but keep it quiet. Daichi is out there, and he isn't as easily avoided as some low-ranking enforcer. Ankita slaps the top of a couple of crates of supplies you hadn't noticed before. Consider these a parting gift from my tenure at Tsubo. Swipe them from a gang storehouse. She grins. Thought you might need a resupply. Awesome. Alright, Carmen addresses the room. Keep quiet and keep in touch. We can still pull this off. Ooh, now there's an actual crisis state. Daichi stress. A blade in the dark. Wonder if there's a way to halt his progress. Node 1, hack trace. Should only take accessing 2 network nodes to identify the protocol of or agent interfering with the mainframe. Cool, so I have 3 locations, but I only need to check 2. Okay, there's a +2 and a +2. +2 and nothing. +2 and +2. Wow, looks like I'm the only one who can do almost anything here. Okay, gotta end the cycle anyway. Oh, it's been an hour already? Damn. Time sure flies. Okay, tower node. And this is the only one where Eugen can be useful, so let's put him to use. Job done. Glad to hear it, buddy. Come on, positive. Neutral. F. Could have been worse. Cadet, come on, be useful at least one place. Nope, she is not useful anywhere. And all of these are dangerous nodes, which means no dice. Things are about to get dicey. No, but let me use my push. Ooh, 5-sided. Hell yeah. Note 2. This network access node is tucked beneath the Darkside markets and will be hard to precisely locate. This network access node is part of the Tsuba docking infrastructure. It's out in the open, which presents its own problems. Okay, nap time. They all suck this time. My rolls suck as well. – 50% positive, 50% neutral. Come on, baby. Nice, positive. That is one. Now I just need the second one. Push, but I don't want to push. We have a lot of time though. Three 6-sided die, awesome! But Cadet didn't have any luck, damn. Woke up on the wrong side of bed this morning. I don't believe it. Carmen stares through the shutters of the viewing window at a smooth, squat ship tucked into the derelict bay between the hexes. How long has it been there? When the nodes were hacked and the trace established, you imagine it would lead to an Atsubo operator, or perhaps a node subnode containing an aggressive Solheim protocol, gone mad with isolation. Not this. Never this. A Senate stat ship, tucked into the belly of Darkside like a parasite. Wow. We need to move onto that ship now. Ankita is already adjusting her gear, preparing for an assault. We can hit an Atsubo safe house for weaponry. There's one. Carmen holds up a hand. As a gift, Ankita. Don't be so brash. He turns back to face the both of you. All we had until now was data, conversations, evidence easily denied or destroyed by Lane. But a Senate-stat ship hidden inside the station. Well, there are hundreds of crews, thousands of residents who would give everything to protect Darkside from the war. Carmen turns back to the ship, silhouetted against the starlight. All we need to do is point them in the right direction. We turn Darkside on the ship. And on Lane at the same time. Carmen nods grimly. We leak it all. Send it out through the mainframe. Ship's location, the evidence of Lane's betrayal, all of it. You're forgetting one thing, and Ankita interrupts. Until that ship leaves or is taken, they still have the mainframe locked down. You can't blast out its location through the network without taking it on first. Carmen pauses, considering his options. You look out at the Senate stat ship, half concealed in the bay. It looks sleek, dangerous. What defense might a ship like that employ when threatened? Carmen and Ankita exchange looks. Then we attack first. Carmen and I will distract the ship's occupants, turn their focus away from the mainframe. Then you, Sleeper, hit the mainframe and force them out. As soon as Overseer is released, you send out everything. Once it hits the network, our backup will come. Gives Ankita a grim look. You only have to hold them off for as long as it takes for other crews to realize what is happening. The plan feels desperate, and you know that Carmen and Ankita think so too. Will Darkside really mobilize against the ship so quickly? 2 old works against an unknown Senate stat force feels like an unwinnable battle. We know the stakes, Sleeper. Ankita takes a deep breath. We can handle it. Ankita frowns, and an unpleasant thought passes through her mind. I've given up everything to put Tsuba out. To take Tsuba out. Let me finish the job. Why? She sighs. You make to the other side of this thing. I promise to tell you. Ankita folds her arms across her chest. Go to the mainframe and get set up. When you're ready to connect, let us know. Carmen puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's start. Don't stop for anything. Get the data out. We will handle ourselves. You turn and glide away, looking over your shoulder as the two ex-mercenaries as they discuss their plan of attack. Seeing them slip into those old roles, you can't help but wonder, does anyone ever outrun their past? And can't I send Eugen with him? He would be a lot more useful with them than he is with me right now. Or is it always waiting there, in the dark, to claim you in the end? Oh, I still have... Oh shit. Still gotta do it before Daiichi notices. Oh well. Oh, we should be able to do this one. Fair ahead. Fucking. He's hugging, whoa, he's hugging. 75% chance. Should be good enough. Hell yeah. Continue. The heat inside the headbed core is intense as you stare at the column of the mainframe. It's one blinking light still keeping time. Seems ready. Cadet wipes sweat from her brow. Only one way to find out, I guess. You look around the ragged bay, time to give Carmen the go-ahead. You glance at Ankita's thumbnail drive, now slotted in the main terminal, containing a data packet with everything you need to unseat Lane and reveal the Senate stat ship. You hope it'll be enough. You hold a finger to your earpiece and let Seraphine know to relay the message through to Carmen. Alright, Seraphine's voice is heavy with worry. I'll tell them. A long pause. Be safe, Sleeper. Get this done, and come back. Stop worrying about me. I will. Good luck, friend. The comms click off as Seraphine switches to Carmen's channel. You wait, imagining the conversation. The tense words activating the plan. You wait, long enough for Carmen and Ankita to nod to each other. Long enough for them to drop down through the base in silence. To check the weapons they stole from Mitsubo, to take their positions, And then, to make their move, you grab the connector and hold it behind your head, close to your access port. You silently count to 3 and then connect. At first, nothing is changed. You drop into a state of stasis, a small, dark space with no cracks. The mainframe is locked down, shut off, squeezed inside the grip of some clenched fist. And then you see it, a trickle of light, a flicker of threads. Overseer flows into the space, and the torrent begins to run. The rushing grey pulse of data, the connective threads, the jewel of the mainframe, they grow inside the space, and the space in turn grows. We see you there, Sleeper. Overseer separates and reforms within the expanding landscape. Who is this other? An obstruction, an enemy. An obstruction. Overseer's 3 heads nod. Then we will clear the path. Overseer explodes. The points and lines of light that described its human form separate and multiply, constellations bursting outward like a tree of stars. Overseer becomes plural. As they do, the darkness is pushed back and the extent of the mainframe is revealed. It is a stack of jeweled surfaces, each revealing more facets as that angle changes. From these facets, threads project, cutting out across Darkside, paths that stretch the length of the entire station. Their arrangement is an invitation. You accept their invitation, sending yourself skimming through the lines of light, seeing how the station connects and hums with the flow of data. You see the highest tower, the lowest decks, and then the origin of the dark. A squiggle of black wrestles around a single point, the Senate-stat ship, now a battleground. You see flashes and flickers as Overseer dances around, cuts at it. But looking around, you see Overseer is everywhere now, multiple into 1,000 forms. Reunited with a system designed to serve them, they dissolve into it. You suddenly remember what needs to happen, what you need them to do. You send out separate requests, summoning Overseer, reminding them of your agreement. You take the bright polygon of the data packet and present it like an offering to Overseer, who is diffuse, crackling all around you, euphoric in the reconstitution as a functional protocol. You receive no response. There is nothing more than a whisper, snatched away on the flow of data rushing by. And then you hear the static in your earpiece, Seraphine's desperate cry for a response. You see a bright point suddenly close, instead inside the core with you, a broadcast going out from it like a beam from a lighthouse. You reach back and pull on the connector, just to clear the brightness from your eyes, just to block the broadcast. Shit, he's here! Oh, fuck! Cadet, where are you? Cadet, Eugene, please? Eugene, pull out the gun. They found you. Lane in the mainframe, sweat across his brow, his eyes steely cold. They finally found you. Cadet slams into Lane, swinging her fist and screaming at him. You freeze, watching Lane fight back, hearing Seraphine's voice shimmering in your earpiece, passing on Carmen's desperate request for aid. Shit. I need to reconnect. Not only do I need to send the message out, but I also need Overseer to resist Lane's influence. Oh, shit. Okay, look. Cadet and Eugene are there. They've got the numbers advantage. They can hold it off. Reconnect to the mainframe. You grasp for the connector and then drive it home. You are in the constellation of Darkside's network. The exploded body of Overseer stretches across it, as if it had been atomized. anatomized. Lane is still a beacon, one that flashes close, but you do your best to ignore it and reach out to overseer once more. "Remember me, Protocol," you say. "Remember your promise." Something begins to form, begins to flicker. As it does, you hear something outside the network, the bright crack of an electrical discharge, the grunt of pain and impact, then silence again. The brightness grows, it draws closer, and the blinding white blanks out everything. You open your eyes to a smile like knives. Behind Lane's pale head, the body of a friend floats, stunned in the dark. Shit. The fingers of Lane's carrier signal reach inside your mind. You are boxed into the viewing window behind your eyes, a passenger in your own body. Lane is now in control. Oh, it's so much easier now that I've been prepared. It's almost a seamless switch. Lane's face is in your vision, but his mouth does not move. The duality of it, like a mirror turned to face itself. In perfect unison, you and Lane lift your hands in front of your face and turn them, inspecting them. You feel sick, a flare of panic going off in your mind. Look at this. Lane opens and closes your fists with a motion like a wave that runs finger to finger. There are improvements to be made. This is remarkable. Lane's eyes look into your eyes, a perfect loop. I always knew your body was a gift, Sleeper, from the moment I first saw you. The gift you could not recognize, because you only saw a burden, something to be escaped from. But I saw what it was. Lane's eyes flash. Opportunity. Like Muppet, you are turned to face the mainframe. You glide forward a little, hands reaching for the access terminal. Ankita's drive glints there in its slot. You control none of this. Lane's voice. Imagine having more than one body, more than one agent in the world to do your bidding. Your hand reaches down, fingers and thumb pinching delicately around the drive. It's a thrilling thought, and one I have harbored for a long time. With a sharp motion, you hold the drive free. Then I saw you, my Sleeper. And I knew we must have you. You hear Seraphine's voice in your ear. Sleeper, Clement needs that signal to go out now. There's panic in his voice. They can't hold out any longer. No matter how hard you try, your lips do not move. No words can be produced. What the hell is Eugene? You feel your hand, under Lane's control, reach up and pull the earpiece out, letting it float away into the chamber. Enough distractions. Your other hand holds up Akita's drive, turning it into light in front of your eyes. Some time ago, I set myself the task of changing you from a hollow thing into a vessel to be filled. Your finger and thumb transfer the drive into your palm. And now I am able, with the help of my allies, to fill you up. I am more than singular now, more than flesh and blood, more than you in my ambition, in my desire. That means you are and that means you are surplus to me now. Your fist closes hard around the drive, crushing it to dust. Shit. Weak and broken thing. Your time is over. Lane's other body approaches you and lays its hand on either side of your head. You feel the pressure. You cannot move. You cannot resist. And then a spark, as one of Lane's fingers slips and depresses a little into the access port of your head. There is a flicker, the flash of something passing through the spaces between, something writing a signal back to its broadcaster. We have not forgotten. You hear Overseer. They are constituted. We are ready to act as one. Overseer holds the bright data packet in one single hand. Yeah! We were broken. We were many. But now we are whole. And we appreciate what you have done. Overseer shapes the data packet into a point, a bright sphere of light. The spear extends through your mind gently, harming nothing of you. Instead, its point finds the mind of the other, of Lane, and pierces it directly. You hear Lane scream as its implants burn in his skull, his head flaring bright white in the cloud. And then, when that mind has gone dark, the pressure on the sides of your head has receded. The packet explodes across the network, white hot and urgent. In its wake, data points are seeded. Conversations, coordinates, a conspiracy. At the furthest point of the network, its distant edge, the data packet arrives with little more than a notification, delivery to every device and terminal within its range. And here at the epicenter, it blasts through you with such power that, for a moment, every thought, every idea, every piece that might make up a self is wiped completely from your mind. Oh. The location is covered. Darkside, sprawling urban station. It takes a long time to put a person back together. Long time in the dark, picking up fragments of what was once a home. Like waking from sleep, you can never be sure what piece might have gone missing in the reconstruction, what might have been lost. But you continue anyway, through hazy cycles of faces, distant voices. This is, after all, not the first time you have had to remake yourself, and you imagine it will not be the last. Rob. Seraphin finds you looking out of the long window in the rig's berth, a slit that stares out across the shattered edge of Darkside. And how long was I out? Seraphin gives you a half grin. Best not to think about it. He looks away for a second. Long enough. Suddenly, Seraphin crosses the bunks and embraces you. He squeezes you once more and then backs off, hands on both your shoulders. Good to see you up, as always. Come on, we need to go find Bliss. Seraphin leads you out of the bunks, through the ship, and down the docking tunnel onto Darkside. As you glide through the docks, he recounts what's been happening over the past few cycles. You weren't the only one to take on a beating. He squeezes through a group of cargo porters carrying crates. And Gita and Carmen held out against Sended Stad's ship long enough, but they aren't without their own share of injuries. They're back on their feet now, though, working together. They managed to quiet down some of the remnants of Otsubo, stop the fractional infighting. They're clearing out one of the Otsubo safe houses over in the Rise. Sure they could use the help, if it needs something to do. Marco's here too, though I haven't seen him yet. Seraphin looks away. And Kita pulled him out of that Otsubo cell. Now they're working together. I should go see him, but... Seraphin sighs. You feel like he hasn't quite accepted Marco's reappearance. You aren't sure how you'd react to see him again either. Oh, and Carmen isn't sticking around. He's already left for Olivera. Seraphin pauses for a second, a memory of that place coming back to him. You watch him shake the thought away. Junie, meanwhile, is still digging into all the data she pulled from the bunker. She's down in the head bit for motorcycles, trying to make sense of it. Anyway, we'll soon catch up on everything. He smiles sympathetically, but there's something behind his look. Can't quite place it. The two of you continue on in silence, drifting into the depths of Darkside. Good friends, side by side. Seraphim leads you down into a passage lined with bright screens and signs. Sound and light blasting out of the shop fronts on either side. You know this place. Flicker Row. He stops outside a familiar door, the shop you woke up in all those cycles ago. He gives the door a few quick raps with his knuckles. You wait. Hey, sleeper. He shoots you a glance. When you're ready, we should talk about the future. What comes next, and all that. Whenever you'd like. Thanks. I'll let you know. He looks away. Sleepy. Bliss opens the door and immediately jumps to hug you. Oh, that is so funny. I said it before, but I love how physical the people of this world are. They let go sheepishly and look between you and Seraphim. First day up. I thought you'd both be celebrating your freedom. Don't want to overdo it. Seraphim shakes his head. Plus, there's more important stuff to talk about. His eyes shoot into the shop beyond. Bliss's voice drops. You sure, Seraphim? You just got up. Can't it wait a cycle? Seraphim looks at you. As you know, Bliss, it's important. They nod hesitantly, and then back into the shop, letting you come inside. Flicker Room, screen-lit Market Street. Little has changed since you were last here. The stacks of servers, the refurbished hardware secured in roof and wall netting, the connectors including the one that facilitated your reboot. Bliss and Seraphim follow behind quietly, and the atmosphere is immediately ominous. I've been keeping an eye on you these past cycles. Bliss hooks their legs onto a stool by a counter, making sure you were stable. Your frame, I'm sure you know, has been through a lot. And when Overseer pushed Lane out, well, things got more complicated. All those changes Lane made to your system, he did it through the stabilizer. He laced it with proteins meant to alter your frame's basic function, to accept other emulations, other minds, to open you up for remote access. What Overseer did corrected some of that, or at least wiped it from your system. But the stress involved? The damage from your last partial reboot? Bliss falls silent, unable to answer their own questions. You need to finish the reboot, Sleeper. The one Lane interrupted. Seraphim can always be relied on to tell you things straight. Not immediately, Bliss cuts in, but at some point soon. I'm not quite ready, but now that you're up, Bliss looks down. I'll get to work. Is it dangerous? Bliss takes a deep breath. I'll be honest, Sleeper. I know we need to finish the reboot Lane interrupted, I am sure of it, but the effects? Your frame was complex to begin with, but after everything, the reaction can be bad. We can talk more about it when I have the... Bliss stops suddenly, their eyes shooting to the door. Sorry, am I... Flint floats in the doorway. They look at you wide-eyed. You're up? A smile crosses their face, though it quickly fades. Good to see you. Real good. And you? How are you doing, Flint? Good. They glance at Bliss, smiling. Mostly thanks to Bliss. I've been taking care of. They've been taking care of me. Bliss smiles back. That has become my patient too. Bliss clasps their hands nervously together. We've been able to acquire some stabilizer from Lane stores, which has helped, but we don't have much of a supply. This is going to reboot me. You were. Flint cuts in. I won't need stabilizer anymore. They sound almost excited at the prospect. You look to Bliss. Flint knows the risks, but they have asked for the procedure. They give Flint a warning look. Still, they shouldn't underestimate the danger. Bliss looks at Flint. Sleeper will also need a reboot, but they don't have a choice in the matter. It is essential. Flint goes quiet. Bliss and Seraphim look nervously at you to see your reaction to all this. You feel like a spotlight is being shone in on your face. All you want is some time alone to think. We should do it together. Flint speaks quietly. Whatever we risk it together. They meet your eye. I owe you that and more. Let's pick this up again in the future. Bliss tries to calm the tension. I still need many cycles to prepare, especially if I am to reboot you both simultaneously. It will be your choice, Sleeper. You decide when. They reach out and lay a hand on yours. But without this, you will soon begin to decline. I'm sorry for that. Your head spins. Servant slaps a button on the open door. Come on, Sleeper. Let's get some air. You follow him outside, but when you get there, all you can think is that you can't breathe. You don't need to breathe. A wave of claustrophobia passes over you. You're in control of this, Sleeper. Seraphim stares at the lights and signs of Flicker Road, looping endlessly. You put what you need in order. We'll be right there with you. I got Bliss to teach me a little about the repairs they've been doing for you. Seraphim wraps his hands together. I know it's getting worse, but I'll do my best to keep you running. But let me know when you want to leave, and I'll fly you out of this place faster than you can believe. He turns to face you. We can go wherever you need. It's time for us yet. Thank you. No need to thank me, Sleeper. He pats you on the shoulder. Just look after yourself. I was also thinking. I got a message from Oliveira. They're still getting the place together, but with Carmen heading back, the colony is starting a new chapter. Maybe we can head out there at some point, lend a hand. He pauses, unwilling to push it further. Just a thought. Anyway, just give the word. Seraphim smiles. We're all glad you're back. He turns and drifts away, leaving you among the cycling colors and cacophonous sounds of Flicker Row. You close your eyes and let them wash over you like a wave. There, in the dark of your mind, you search for Overseer, but the protocol does not appear. You wonder if, in that final moment, Overseer might have destroyed themselves to end Lane. But then you feel it flickering nearby, a signal in the dark. You open your eyes and see something pass through the screens of Flicker Row, a shadow in all the brightness. Could Overseer still be here, in the ancient networks of the HapPep? You turn away and glide out of the row. You have other things to worry about now. Well, now there's a ghost in the machine. Nobody's puppet. Break free of Lane's grip forever. Hell yeah, we got the achievement. Lane is no more. How are you doing? Cadet finds you in the Darkside thoroughfare, a glass-roofed canyon of struts and screens. Oh boy, Cadet, am I glad to see you alive. This girl went hand to hand with Lane and survived. She's a badass. Still recovering. Not great. Pretty good actually. Still recovering. Hey, I get it. Cadet smiles. Look where we are. She gestures around all. She gestures around at the port street, with its layers of tech and dirt. Heart of the belt. You look, really look, at the glass-roofed street. Its walls are built from scaffold and shipping containers, hold plates, and Solheim lab units. People glide across the open space to units and shops on either side, and everywhere screens flicker and glare, without a sense and reason. You can feel the heat, the power that flows through this place, collected by the vast solar cells that form the city's foundations. Hard, hard is the right word. This place is a center of circulation, toned, muscle tough, and running to a beat. Hello! And now I am small. Awawa. You turn to Cadet and see it in her eyes. She loves being here. I've been thinking, she glances away, of how good it would feel to run my air bike down the street. She smiles. The city has need for carriers, right? That's a good idea. Surely it's already got some. That's a good idea. I know. She flexes her shoulders back. But there's some unfinished business weighing me down. She meets your eye. Export. You think of the drive tucked away in the scatteryads, the one that contains the data stream from a drone mid-vivisection, the one that might have caused the loss of an entire station. We need to finish what we started. Cadet looks dead serious. Find who's responsible, make it known. Clear my name. Export story ready? I would think so, she sighs. But it'll be fading. We can get in and out safely from what I know. But we better try soon, because the safer it gets, the more scavengers will come pick the bones. We want there to be something left to tell the story. I know a lot just went down. Cadet puts a hand on her hip. But these clowns could still be operating. Hell, they could be trying the same thing again in the station. We need to go find what they did. She takes a deep breath. I'll be waiting. And maybe once it's all done, she turns away. Let you take the first air bike ride through this place. She raises her hand and then is gone. Ah, cute. I like it. Ooh. Oh no, it's not. The camera was always the same angle. It's just the opposite side of the station. Okay, that is cool. This place is pretty big. Anyway, Darkside exchange. Buy fuel, buy supplies, motherfucker. Yeah, holy crap, that is the BBEG defeated. We are technically in the end game. I don't know if this is like post-game content or if there's still like big things awaiting us. It's always interesting when a game allows you to keep playing after you're done, and it's not just like random tiny side quests like, ooh, the world is saved, everything is fine. Like, what the tasks we have are still very important things. And that's interesting. Export remains. Ooh, dangerous. Okay. Let me look at the belt. Wellspring is still in lockdown. But Olivera is available, which is good. Go there later. Okay, let's explore Darkside, because we have never had the chance to do so before. Utsubo Safe House. Cleaning house. Utsubo collapsed while you were recovering, but his members and enforcers are still on Darkside. Shift boxes, search house. Flicker row. Reboot prep. This is preparing the software to finish your reboot, a necessary procedure if you want to halt your frame's rapid decay. Or if it is an actual time limit, or if I can just push it off indefinitely. Kenta's Corner by Emil. There was dialogue. Kenta's Corner is a tiny booth built into the cramped alley, selling the best tempura on Darkside, or at least so Seraphin claims. Scrapper Market. Scrap shift by scrap. Process raw scrap. Ooh, I can process raw scrap here as well. Nice. HEPEP facility. Junie studies. Junie has gone straight to the HEPEP core and has asked not to be disturbed. What is she doing down there? Okay, that's not too many things to explore, but I suppose I haven't done exploring yet. My eye holes are lowering. Here's a lower while I eat. Then I finish, Frankie. No you. Good night, Pie. Bye-bye. Have a good rest. Dream of many sleepers and many citizens. Oh, that's a lot of rolls that it wants me to do. I should be fine. I have a +2 on this roll. I dream only of Finn. Aww. Are you calling me a sleeper? I'll have you know I sleep dangerously little. Alright, you guys scavenge supplies, motherfucker. Or fuel. Scavenge fuel. And I'm going to take a nap. Sleeper agent, that is. Okay. Utsubo safe house. How safe is this house, I wonder? Not safe enough. You watch as the last stack of crates is guided up and out of the cavernous Utsubo safe house. You doubt it'll be long before this place is filled. Darkside will not tolerate a vacuum for long. The city takes every opportunity, its inhabitants build in every crack and crevice. As Utsubo's spaces are cleared, they will be occupied. The gang's legacy will be buried under factories, kitchens, markets, and housing. But the people will remember the cold and desperate grip they once held on the place, even if the city does not. The gloat. The voice takes you by surprise, and you turn to see Oren, floating in the shadow, arms folded. He drifts forward into the pool of yellow light. You overthrew a tyrant. You should be pleased with yourself. His tone is flat, and you are unsure how to read his statement. Was it just me? Many people did this. I suppose. Oren eyes you. But from what I heard, you burnt those pale eyes out of his soul. This was a thin smile. I imagine it was quite the sight. You don't recall the moment of Lane's death. In fact, the abstract nature of that moment, almost dreamlike, means you had almost forgotten. You tense a little as his scream comes back to you, a screech of white noise bathed in white light. Oren is still watching you. He almost would have respected you for actually doing it. Oren inspects his knuckles. If he could have respected a creature like you. Don't react. Oren watches you for a response, but looks away when it is clear you aren't going to be provoked. I came here to clear out the old disease, just like you. Oren gestures to the space. Tsubo had to go, and I came here to be part of that process. You can't burn everyone you don't like out of this place, I'm afraid. Oren folds his arms. This is our home, whether you like it or not. I didn't like Lane. It's hard to imagine anyone did. He saw Darkside for the opportunity it was. He woke Atsubo and woke Atsubo from its slumber. He turned a gang into an administration, and a city into a machine. He was too already for my taste, perhaps, but he held this place, shaped it into something. I see that you have no intention of doing the same. So, what will happen now? Oren meets your eye. You have created a space that must be filled. Will you take responsibility for that, at least? It's not mine to fill. The people will decide. Are you saying it should be you? The question is, will you say otherwise? Oren glares at you. I have been here longer than you, longer than Lane. This is my city. I'm not asking you for permission. I just wanted to get a measure of the sleeper that put down Lane. He shakes his head. But I can see now you're just a machine. In the end, I should thank you. The city is done with Lane. He gives you a nod. And I will be honest enough to admit that you did what I didn't. But never forget that you are an outsider here, and Darkside hates outsiders. He says that like Lane wasn't an outsider. Before you can respond, Oren kicks off and glides up toward the upper levels of the safe house, leaving you alone in the empty space. Though you do not put weight into his words, they still sting. Perhaps you think there is something to them. Who are you to decide the future of a city, when your own future is falling apart each cycle? Is your decline a spiral that can trap others in its wake, or a necessary transition? The crisis before a new shape emerges. You hug your arms close to your chest, suddenly cold in the stripped bare safe house, and ascend once more. Oh, I got to drive that. Oh wait, no, I finished the drive. Okay. Means like level up. Let's get engage or engineer. Let's get engage. Now I'm a powerhouse. Hell yeah. There was almost no role I'm bad at. Flip a rope, enters corner, scrapper market. Huh, there's nothing else for me to do here. There's not even any jobs, are you kidding me? Huh. Wait, no, there are jobs, right. Where were they? Scrapper market? Yep, there they are. Web shift. skill. And nap time. Source supplies. Applause mode. Junie knocks gently on the frame of the bird's doorway. Sleeper, can I show you something? There's an excitement in her eyes that makes it impossible to say no. Junie talks most of the way down into the HAPPET facility, which is no short journey. She explains the scale of the data hidden within the station's mainframe, but also the issues with extracting it. When the HAPPET was first built, first expanded, when it became Darkside after the collapse, no one gave much thought to preserving the existing network's architecture. She guides you through the substructure, picking a route through the maze of studded passes. They parasitize their tech directly into the existing system. So now, thousands of cycles later, two networks are totally enmeshed, dependent on each other. Junie takes a series of sudden turns, and you realize this is a very familiar route to her by now. Messing with the system's Solheim network, messing with the Solheim network means messing with the systems that keep the city going. She leads you down a long corridor, and you recognize it's leading directly to the core. Let her explain. This meshing is not a good thing. She shakes her head. It makes Darkside brittle, fragile even. This place is more like a knife's edge than anyone would believe. She looks around. Suddenly, the underside you are now traveling through looks cycles away from collapse. But all the data I've been extracting, and that I've been archiving, she continues, it could help us here. It could help us clean up the HEPEP systems. And we could turn this place into an archive, so that others could come and learn about the ruins of Solheim left us. What is in all this data? Anything you can imagine. Everything from corporate message records to blueprints and maps. She shakes her head. It's too much for me to process or understand, but thanks to our visit to the bunker, I have a plan and something that will help me. You arrive at the doors to the mainframe and Junie suddenly stops. I spoke to Bliss. They told me... I spoke to Bliss. They told me. I'm sorry, Sleeper. I know you have a lot to deal with right now. Don't worry. Junie smiles weakly. I'll do my best. Junie hits a button and the doors hiss open. Both glide into the mainframe, its columns studded with the blinking lights of active traffic. I got the idea from you, actually. Well, from you and Overseer. Junie glides over to the mainframe. You look at the mainframe, and you see now that it is surrounded by new terminals and wiring. Some kind of external access network Junie has set up. I've had to beg, borrow, and steal to get this going, but now we have safe access into the network. It's low risk. She moves over to one of the terminals. It's not quite finished, though. You recall the last time you were here. Lane, Overseer, the Spear of Light, and then nothing. You wonder where Overseer is now, if they are anywhere at all. I wonder what they did with Lane's body. You remember how it felt, being dissolved into the network. The vertiginous possibility of life without a body. Something flickers through the lights, a shimmer of movement, like a fish beneath water. Sleeper? Junie breaks your train of thoughts. Are you listening? I was saying I need data to finish preparing. She shrugs. I know. We've already extracted so much, but there's often so little of it that's usable among the bit rot and corruption. Where from? Hellion Gate is the place to get data. Apart from there, it's the biggest pre-collapse facility in the belt. And its hostile conditions means a lot of it is untouched. If it's too much before your reboot, I get it. I just want to do something with everything we managed to grab from the bunker and the racks. We pulled it from the dark. Let's expose it to the light. Ginny turns back to face you. Well, this is what I wanted to show you. She looks away. It's very impressive. It will be when it's finished, she smiles. Thank you. Junie turns back to the terminal, and before long she's fully engrossed. You imagine she barely even remembers you're here. You leave Junie to her preparations and start to ascend the streets to Darkside. Thoughts of Overseer flickering in the back of your mind. Okay, that is Junie's details done with. One moment. Alright. So, my current drafts. Build Junie's archive, finish the reboot, investigate export, revisit Olivera. Let's investigate export, since it's already within the same system. Let's stock up on supplies. Actually, let me do some busy work first. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, let's buy some supplies. Okay, full supplies. Fuel got. Skull point spent. Export remains. The drive that ruined Cadet's life points to the dark drone mind experiments of export. The only answers will be found in the remains of the station. So I have to take Cadet and... Oh, I cannot take Bliss with me, okay. Interesting. Can't take Eugen. I can take Junie. And I can take Nia. Man, Nia might as well not exist. She hasn't been saying anything. Hello, Rand. Hello, Bob. How you doing? Finally escaped 6 hours of war. Woof. War never changes. Or does it? War has changed. Anyway, hi guys. Hi Rand. Man, Rand, you... It's a shame you weren't here earlier because guess what? We have taken out the big old bad guy. Doing well, I got Unicorn Overlord today, and my oh my, it's so good. Oh, hell yeah, I heard about that one. I hope you're doing it. But yeah, guess what? Lane did, yeah. Yeah, man, it was so tense. Oh my gosh. For like it was the typical like final confrontation where it felt for a moment like he won. But then, oh my gosh, it was so satisfying. We basically fried his brain. Like, damn, he went out the exact way he deserved. Having his own body turned against him. Anyway. We have finally gotten Darkside back from Utsubo's grasp. It is now a station that we can return to at any time. And it turns out this is not the end of the game. I have a lot of new quests that are suddenly unlocked. So we shall see where the game still takes us. Right now we are going to investigate Hexport. Hexblood remains. The drive that ruined Cadet's life points to the dark drone-mined experiments of Hexport. Only answers will be found in the remains of the station. We're going to take that, and honestly, since I cannot take Bliss, I'm going to take Flint. Or should I take... Nah, fuck it, I'm taking Eugen. Because again, he is the only guy with the Endure skill. If you're wondering why Bliss isn't available, it's because they are on Darkside doing something of their own. They'll be able to join us later. But yeah, let's do this. Oh yeah, Cadet. I took Cadet with me on that mission, and she got into a fist fight with Lane and survived. Like damn, she is a homie. Travel to contract. Let's go. You feel it the moment you awake. A flicker at the edge of your perception, a sensation beyond your body. A blinking, a tugging, and then numbness as something shuts off within you. The panic is instant, the feeling of something not being right within you spiking your fear. But no pain comes, feel no further shifts, and as time stretches out you still again. You calm yourself. You know immediately that this is what Bliss was referring to. Your frame's decline, the one that the reboot should reverse. You flex a little, you feel your body, try to ground yourself in it. It will not collapse this side, but something has changed. This is how it'll be until the reboot. You hope you have long enough to finish what you must. You begin to cycle slowly, holding the pieces of yourself together. You try not to let your thoughts wander to darker things, and fix your eyes on the tasks ahead. The belt drifts past the window, following a flow of its own, expanding, collapsing, shifting in its own way. People say it is drifting away, getting further from Hillion's star, that one day it will drift out of the system altogether into interstellar space. You find a strange solace at that. Somehow, knowing that entropy is the way of the universe makes your own decline palatable, at least for a little longer. As the rig drew closer to Hexport, the crew became silent, now staring out at what is left of what was once a thriving station. You feel empty. The full extent of the damage is impossible to ignore. Grim. Seraphin shakes his head. Doesn't feel like we were here that long ago. He sighs. No, there's what's left. You look at the clouds of scattered debris, the layers of the station torn open to the void. It is a reminder of how close the war and the unseen atrocities of the inner system are to shifting into the belt. I don't like digging around a place like this. Seraphin turns to you. Let's be quick about it. 3. We'll be fast. Seraphim nods. I'm here if you need me. Oh my gosh, I have permanent glitch. Okay, yeah, that is not good. That's what I guess that's the end game now. I'll be accumulating permanent glitch till I perform the reboot. And there's a non-zero chance that what comes out of the reboot will be something else. You ready for this? Cadet catches up with you in the passageway. This place already gave me the creeps. I'm ready. Cadet nods. If there are answers to be found, we'll find them. Not a big fan of digging through graves. Eugene is already getting prepared. But someone has to answer for this. Cadet takes a suit from the locker. Seraphim said the radiation is lower than expected, but still too high for prolonged exposure. The suit should keep it off of us, but we can't take long out there. Stressing suits on the rig? She sighs. I'll be forced to leave in 3 cycles. Cadet grabs a helmet. Not a moment more. 3 cycles? Okay, that's not a lot. You get ready, too, your mind filled with memories of export. You hope they will help you navigate the Shadow Ruin, but looking at what's left, you doubt it. Tutorial. You have gained a permanent glitch. A permanent glitch is represented in red on your glitch clock and will not be expended when rolling a glitch die. You now have a chance of rolling a glitch die every cycle. This cannot be fixed. Yup, that sucks. And yup, we have only 3 cycles, and these are shitty rolls, wow. Terrible, terrible, terrible dice. Well, good thing I have a +2 in almost everything. Three levels of positivity. Nice. You hear that, Sleeper? Cadet slips among the debris just outside the ruin exchange. The search so far has been thankless, a grim slog through endless debris. You are glad of the break. Export remains, shattered way station. You stop, floating in the dark, and listen. There's a hissing on the open function, a hissing you've grown used to. Now that you listen to it again, though, you notice something else in the noise. There's something different to it now, a texture, a modulation of tone. Is that a voice? Cadet cuts in. Someone speaking. Her eyes look wide through the faceplate of her suit. You listen carefully and, yes, perhaps there is a voice there, though it is quiet and distant. It could be a person speaking, or it could be some residual sign of an automated system, one that is slowly dying in this wasteland. You see Cadet moving around, testing the signal strength from different positions. He's coming from the direction of the docks. Her voice hisses through the comms, blaring over the broadcast. Are we sure it's worth checking out? I'm not. Seraphim's voice cuts over the comms. Can't go chasing ghosts, not with so little time left. The rig can't sit out there being cooked by radiation, and neither can you. Seraphim's voice distorts and shifts. You should move to the epicenter, where the factory row used to be. That's where this all went down. Cadet looks at you, and you know she wants to chase the signal to the docks. She wants there to be someone there, calling out to you. You look over towards the remains of the factory row, the epicenter as Seraphim called it. It is now a cloud of debris and fragments of base, a shadow of what it once was. For the first time in a long while, you think of Karsten. You look back at the remains of the docks, a few warning lights and systems still flickering away in the ruins. With not much time left here, you have a choice about where to focus your efforts. Hi, Bao Bao. Hey Mason, how you doing? Welcome. So glad to have you here. Bao Bao. Dayo. The epicenter. Ruined docks. Dark trails. This ghostly broadcast came from the docks. Is someone hiding out here? Blast analysis. Factory row was obliterated in the blast. But what was the cause and type of explosion? Oh, Eugene, can you stop being useless? I am curious, very curious about this ghost. This ghost of Jim. Okay, let's use a push. Ooh, six-sided die. Don't mind if I do. % neutral, 50% negative. Do your best, Eugene. Ah, shit.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm not stinky. I'm not stinky. Why would you call me stinky? Why would you call me stinky? Just because it's summer, we're all stinky. It's a heat wave. Oh. The epicenter. Okay, at least Cadet can roll some dice here. Bath time for the kitty. Oh, don't make me bathe. No, you can't make me, no. Okay. And cycle. Oh, it removed all my stress because I rolled a 6. Hell yeah. Ah, shit. There's the glitch die. Oh well. Too bad at bath time. No! No! Oh hell yeah! Congrats on starting your streak! It may be a little now, but it's all about how you use it. Haha, wink. Okay, 6-sided die, let's use them here. Oh my god, Eugene's dice suck. And Cadet's dice too. What the hell, Cadet? On. It's a 2% chance and I fuck it up? Really? Congrats on getting 3rd, Mason! Awesome sauce! Okay. Wait, I can probably re-roll this one. Oh my gosh, I should have just stuck with the glitch die. Ah, come on. Neutral outcome. Damn it, we are so close. 50% negative. Damn it, let me in. Okay, same shit will happen. Eugene, please. Please, buddy. 50% chance. Are you kidding me? Please, please, please. You can't be serious, video game, please. Okay, definitely not 4 times in a row. Surely it won't happen 4 times in a row. This freaking video game. I just threw a dice 4 times and it landed on heads 4 times in a row. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. What is this, Fear and Hunger? Oh my gosh, this video game. Oh my gosh. Wow. Skill issue, I guess. Oh my gosh. EBGBs. But now you guys get good rolls, eh? Now you guys get higher, decent dice, huh? Sure would have been nice if y'all got that earlier. Okay. 75% chance, come on. There we go. Urgent. The broadcast echoes through the comms. Retrieval required. Conway network agents, please respond. You float beside Cadet. The two of you shocked to silence by the sight in front of you. Both of you have traced the ghost signal deep into the docks, all the while wondering if it might be the voice of a survivor. But you have not prepared yourself for this. In the corner of the docks, there is a nest of machines, a gathering of drones and motorized crane systems and docking clamps. A nest for a drone mine. Oh shit, what is this? Drone mine. A desperate and dying machine. Stop, please. The machine shimmers with distortion, relayed in the same carrier signal as the ghost broadcast. We wish to be recovered. You don't know the mechanics of what you are looking at, but you understand it. Drone mine fled here. But how? You exchange a look with Cadet, and she seems unsure of what to do. You switch your comms channel to the broadcast signal. We won't hurt you. Recovery requested. The drone mine's voice trembles with glitches. Confirm Conway extraction role and identity. You wonder what this mine knows. It is just an interface designed to speak between humans and drones with the recognizable cadence of intelligent speech? Or is it a thinking machine? You hear a click as Cadet switches to a private channel. This thing's a weapon. Her voice is flat, unemotional. Should be careful what we say. Confirm Conway extraction role and identity. The drone mine notes. Please. No. Look, buddy, I'm gonna be real with you. We aren't Conway. There is a pause. You see Cadet tense. Please retreat. The nest shudders. Please retreat. Leave us here. Look. Cadet hisses through the private channel. It's not wired to the station. We look where she is nodding and see a single thick power cable sneaking away from an industrial wall outlet. The nest is clustered around the other end, huddling close to the fading power supply of the station like it's the dying embers of a fire. Urgent. The broadcast starts again. Retrieval required. Conway network agents, please respond. Cadet moves forward a little. I order you to deliver a report on your current status. This is a direct report from Conway Control. She turns back to you and shrugs. It's worth a shot. Confirmation impossible. Connection severed. The nest fades, then flickers back to life. Temporary bypass activated. Cognitive functions minimal. Power supply minimal. Hardware suboptimal configuration. No drone units connected. I am alone. The shift between communication registers, between formal and human, it's unsettling. Code center compromised. Data extracted by third party. Self-destruct disabled. Push protocol disabled. Parts of the nest fall away. The power draining faster as the drone mind attempts to draw more from the station. Please, the drone mind asks nonsensically. Please stop. Did you destroy the station? Cadet moves close now, bearing down on the nest. It is little more than a pile of broken machines, hovering in a corner as the power fades. Self-destruct attempted. Process failed. Hardware purge attempted. Process failed. Self-preservation protocol activated. Propagated through the station network. Station failed. Central failure imminent. Please stop. The machine in the nest begins to go dark. Please stop. Please stop. Cadet turns back to face you. It didn't do this, she sighs. Tried though. Tried to destroy itself and take the station with it. She turns back to look at the failing mind, hiding in machines it is not built to inhabit. It escaped into the network and ended up here. It isn't responsible. Responsible or not, that's enough. Cadet reaches over and rips the power cable from the wall, living and floating. The nest shuts off, the broadcast channel going silent. The bay goes dark. What was left of the drone mind, whatever protocol or data escaped into these machines and their network, it is gone. There is no hardware left to hold it. Come on. Cadet glides out of the room, leaving you among the dead machines. You can't take it with me? Brain scratch. Meet the drone mind. Man, I wanted to take it with me. Oh, okay, the epicenter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 successes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number after 6, 8. I have 8 dice. Surely this will work. Surely we can do this. Will this give a +2 or a +3? That's +2. That's another +2. We use a push. 3-sided die. Good enough. 50% positive. Awesome. Okay, now I just need 2 more successes. Guys, don't let me down. Positive. Awesome. Okay, I have got 3 dice left. I just need 1 big success or 2 neutral successes. Come on, guys, don't let me down. Didn't. I swear to fucking God. You had a 75% chance. Eugene, please don't let me down. If if you care, please don't let me down. Oh man, he's 1 stress away from dying. Okay. You float in the pieces of what was once Factory Row. There is little way to see what these pieces once were, scattered and scorched as they are. You cannot assemble them back into that place in your mind. And the longer you have searched here, the more this broken place has weakened your memory of when it was whole. But you have managed to put something together here, part of the story of Export's final moments. The story is told in the blast marks on the exterior plates, the patterns of debris, the materials and makeup of the station's remains. Beyond that, one other thing is remarkable. There aren't any bodies. It seems that Export had some warning. The lack of docked ships, the lack of mass casualties, though the explosion surely killed many, it all suggests a station that had time to react, to at least evacuate in part. Then there's the blast, an explosion that the evidence points to is coming from outside the station. It is hard to tell, as so much secondary damage was caused by debris and shrapnel, but the pattern is there if you look. Something catches your eye, and you look over to see Cadet arriving alongside you, studying the same debris as you. Put it all together, baby. Positive outcome. The pieces come together. A moment of warning and evacuation, then external attack. The first causes the second. You know the drone mine was here, being scrapped for code and data, screaming for it to stop. And then something happened. Something that its captors could not control. There was a crisis, rapid, panicked, and Export was killed for their crimes. It was a cover-up, wasn't it? Cadet has been watching you think through the evidence, and you see a flash of recognition in her eyes. They want to hide what happened here. What they were doing. Had to be said instead. What else could sacrifice the station to remain hidden? You can see the anger in her eyes. This is why Hexport was destroyed. The drone mine got out, entered the network. Who knows what it might have done? Could it have taken apart the station itself, overloading every system, opening every airlock? Was its drive towards self-destruction that strong? Someone didn't wait to find out. Its escape sealed the station's fate. In the end, there is only one conclusion. Those who brought the drone mine to Hexport, who dug into its codes and systems while it was alive, they ended the station. The logic is cruel and cold, the kind that the vacuum of the Hylian system allows. Find no comfort in knowing the truth. Damn. Damn, boy. Well, that's the contract done with. We didn't even have to suffer radiation sickness. You can now travel back to the hub. Once you leave, you will not be able to return. Back we go. There's not much to celebrate on your return from the remains of Export. but you are glad to be back here all the same. There is something surprising in that. Darkside is a haven, not a prison. The slowly occurring idea of this overgrown city as a home. As you have seen in Hexport, stability cannot be taken for granted, not anywhere in the belt. But Darkside has a solidity and life that feels like it might endure. Cadet catches up with you. We need to talk. She looks around. Not here. Come, I have something I want to show you. This has been a touch sleep. Seraphim turns and looks over his shoulder as soon as you enter the cockpit. He is sitting in the pilot seat, running diagnostics on the console. Say they're ready for the reboot. Did they say anything else? No bliss. Seraphim rolls his eyes a little. Don't worry. He turns fully in his seat. How are you feeling? Strong, not bad. Rough. Seraphim nods and doesn't answer. Seems to be thinking about something. Now the reboot needs to happen. Seraphim speaks slowly, carefully. And I know the risks. I can see all that. But I also know what happened last time. He pauses. And I don't want you to forget again. To lose all this. He gestures around the cockpit. Everything we've done. Don't worry, you'll still have it all. Even if I forget, you will remember. And I'll be alone with it, Seraphim looks down. That's not what I want. I'm not trying to scare you, I just needed to say that. If the reboot doesn't go how we want, I'll miss you. I'll miss all of this. I will too. If you remember. Seraphim laughs shakily at his own joke. Turns back to his cockpit console. Whenever you're ready, we can go to Flicker Row. To Bliss. Seraphim pokes at the console in front of him. If you have things you want to wrap up first, I understand. I would too. Here. Seraphim tosses an object across the cockpit, and you catch it out of the air. Take that with you when you go to Bliss. It's good luck. You open your hand and see a familiar metal disc, a coin. Its engraving rubbed away to little more than vague shapes and signs. Dollar gave it to me. Now, it's yours. Can't run through this forever, alright? He glances over his shoulder and smiles. They've done enough running anyway. He turns back to the console and returns to the diagnostics. You leave the cockpit and run a hand along the ribbed metal wall of the passage outside. Is it possible that you could forget all this? All these layers of memory, all of experience? Perhaps you can put it off a little longer. Take another tour around the belt, tie up loose ends. Perhaps you've had enough of that. Why try to escape the inevitable? Try to recall how it felt when you awoke after Lane interrupted the first reboot. Even that is fading into a hazy memory, told by an unreliable narrator. Maybe this is just the next step then. One of thousands that put you here, and the first of the thousands more that will take you onward. You come out of your thoughts, still unsure, still aware that the decision of when to take that step ultimately rests with you. Cadet leads you deep into the heart of Darkside, through quiet corridors and bustling streets, on paths you didn't even know existed. As you glide after her, the station seems to grow in your mind, its possibilities multiplied by the routes to pass through it. Just through here. Cadet leads you across a covered bridge. The view on either side looking down caverns of lit units. This close to the center of Darkside, the air is warm and the passages are quiet. Here, Cadet smiles. This is the place. She points at a low and wide entrance, with storage racks inside. Next door is a smaller unit, with a window looking out to the passage. It's like a workshop, perhaps abandoned or never finished. It is dusty and dark. I've been keeping an eye on it. It's abandoned. She glides inside and slaps a wall pad. Lights flicker on, illuminating a constellation of dust. She floats in the glittering specks. Looks, promising? Cadet laughs. Okay, I know the wreck. Let's start. Depending on Darkside, I've been coming out here. I just happened to cross it, but I knew when I found it. I want to start again, Sleeper. She knocks on the bed. This is where I'm going to make that start. But we saw an expert, what's left of it just confirmed it to me. We can't stop Sandstad, as much as we can't stop the wall. She runs a finger along the storage racks. We have what? The drive, our suspicions. Sandstad is vast. How could we pin this to them, even if we wanted to? She looks over the workshop. I don't even want to think about it anymore. I want to start again. I want to work, to ride my bike and carry packages till I fall into my bed at the end of the day with nothing left. Cadet picks up an old corroded tool from the racks. I want to build something new, in spite of everything. In spite of the fact that they could take it all away. Because that's the point. Go on living, without conceit. Go on building, or trying to build, something where we can find it. That's what I brought you here to understand. So you'd know why I'm letting all this go. I understand. You could do the same, you know. Cadet frowns. We didn't have to beat ourselves senseless against the truth. My old life is gone. Clearing my name on the first spindle doesn't matter. Spindle jacks will have forgotten me. But this place, Cadet smiles. It don't know me at all. You know what the drive is, what it contains. You know what happened in export. Cadet's eyes shine in the workshop lights. Take it from me. It's yours now. Can't carry this anymore. I will. She nods. Thank you. My travels are over. If you need to find me, I'll be here. Cadet smiles. Thank you for all you've done. I hope you can understand why I need to do this. She turns and disappears deeper into the workshop. Across the bridge again, Darkside glowing on all sides. You think of the drive buried deep in some compartment within the Scatteryard's hub, filled with data worth destroying a station over. It's yours now. But you wonder as you cross back through the city, your mind racing. How can all this end well? Wait, Oh, Cadet isn't part of the crew anymore! Aww. Only got to take her on 2 missions. Fresh start. Cadet is busy setting up her new courier service and trying to forget the path that brought her here. Oh man. That's kinda sucky. Seraphine's coin. Good luck charm to guide you through the reboot. You need to be rebooted to have any chance of surviving, but the outcome is clear. The step will mean big changes, no matter what happens. Yeah, I don't... The game keeps... I think the game is trying to tell me in a not so subtle way that this will lock out some things. Like, not once did it imply that, hey, you can do these things after the reboot if you end up still remembering everything. But it also feels bizarre to put the post-game content on pretty much a timer. Extract the drive from the yards. Revisit Oliveira. Seraphine definitely wants to do that. Build Juni's archive. Okay, to export. Deal with the drive. The Scadiats are the closest, and I can go straight to Oliveira from the Scadiats, so let's go there first. Then we can go to Helion Gate. Just let me spend the dice somewhere. Now maybe this is going to be the kind of post-game thingy where we will see our crewmates leave one by one, get their individual epilogues, and then we will get our epilogue. If that's what they're going for, then wow, I like that. Feels personal, you know? Like, the story doesn't end with a big explosion and the bad guy falling and a station being freed of tyranny. It ends with friendships concluding. Okay, let's feed the kitty. I haven't fed it in a while. Supply store. Here, kitty. You can ask cheeseburger. Meow. Now let's go to the Scadiats. Scatter. She scattered on my yards. The workshop of Cadet's data scraper friend is just as the two of you left it. You remember the cycles you and Cadet spent in here, poring over the dark data, the strange fragments of the drone mind's process seething among the cold code. You find the drive where Cadet told you it would be, in a compartment under the padding of a bunk, lined with thick shielding that makes its contents undetectable. As you pull the drive out, the metal cold on your hands, you have a sudden urge to smash it to pieces. This object which escaped export, and so many others didn't. When Senat's dad, and it was Senat's dad, you are sure of that now, decided to cover up what they've done. They first made sure that this drive would get out, and that it would pass to the far spindle and then onward. But something went wrong. Some miscommunication or mistake. That's all it was. A tiny slip, and it all fell apart. Now the drive is in your hands instead. You turn it over in your hands. You know the drive contains convey access codes, control codes, and perhaps more besides. Data of great value, data that would win a war. You also know you are sick thinking about it. Take the drive. You slip the drive into a pocket and close up the door knob. You head back to the rig, and as you do, you turn the drive over in your pocket, unsure what the next step might be. As you glide through the hub, you pass ship fitters and crews, all moving on their own vectors. It feels strange to carry the drive past these people, all of them totally unaware of the threat it might pose to them, to the station.
No! Fucking Mirage! I recognize this guy. I remember you.
Holy shit, he actually left the eye. That's this slimy little prick. No, of course it's after the drive. I should have smashed it. He will want it. He will definitely want it. I'm not giving it to you. A stranger. A friend you haven't met. A friend, yeah, sure. My ass. Excuse me. A stranger stops by you in the passageway with a hand on your shoulder. Can I ask for your help with something? Their sudden appearance shakes you out of your thoughts. You quickly take your hand out of your pocket of the drive. You look at the stranger in front of you. He is roughly dressed in a heavy coat, but he is otherwise unremarkable. You could have passed him many times before and not have known. Wait, could he be the quote-unquote data scraper friend? But in that case, he had to have been in the outer belt for a while. I figured he stayed on the eye for some time, at least, which means he would be a recent visitor to the belt. I'm looking for something. He looks over his glasses. A little lost drive. No, sorry. Now, who are you? This matter concerns my clients more than me. He leans back a little, his voice calm. So, introductions won't be necessary. But the drive belongs to my client, and he would be very happy to see it returned. Phineas. Missy! Hello! Hello, Missy! How you doing? How you doing? So glad to see ya! How you doing? I already asked that like 5 times, but still, how you doing? A 6th time. Why not? Oh. Suddenly, something catches your eye. A set of dice, like those used to play Star and Stoker. The stranger is playing with them in one, turning them end over end in the station's microgravity. Oh yeah, he is holding dice. I'm okay, I'm trying to be productive, little streamer. Same here. But my productivity is not that high. I was thinking about creating a starting soon screen so that people don't have to suffer my awkward silence before everybody, before the regulars get in, you know? But I am too lazy to make it. Maybe this evening, we'll see. You should. Yes, I know I should. I already have some music picked out. I already have, something of an idea of what it could look like. Just, I gotta make it myself, because nothing else I can find really looks the part. I'll see what I'll conjure up, as they say. Makes you think I have it. I don't have it. What's with the dice? Know what? I'm gonna troll him. What's with the dice, buddy? The stranger looks down at them, as if he had forgotten he was holding them. I must admit, I love to play games to pass the time. He also likes to play games with people, mind games. Don't trust this guy. I enjoy the chaos of Star and Stoker, but with its unpredictable shifts. He spins the floating dice. My brother, however, prefers the systematic progression of Talba, with its inevitability.
His brother? There's two?
Oh my gosh, now my brain is hurting. Not two of these guys, I hate this guy. I need to redo mine. I'm getting a bit more comfortable with my artistic abilities. Awesome! Awesome! Hell yeah, that is awesome. I don't want to put too much work into mine because I know that eventually I'll have, like, you know, an original model and everything about my channel will have to change to adapt to that model and my new vibe. But that doesn't mean I'm going to, like, just open up freaking, what you call it, in MS Paint and just scribble something. I am going to put some of my skills to use. It's going to be just temporary. I'm also gonna be using like music from Genshin for like the cozy vibes. I heard from other streamer friends that Hoyo doesn't seem to have a problem with it, with using it as background music. So I look forward to that. I suppose it runs in our family, he sighs. But I won't bore you with childhood stories. Please, let me be direct. He gives you a friendly smile. My search for the drive brought me to the Scatter Yards, but from here the trail went cold. That was until you arrived. He pushes his glasses up his face. Then the trail lit back up again, just like that. The stranger moves his hand to his jacket pocket a little, and you see a shape in there, a box-like impression in the fabric. Yup, he's got a gun. You should make one in MS Paint for April Fool's Day. Oh man, I look forward to April Fools. I'll get to have every excuse to make something silly and funny.
It's the clock in his rear.
Damn, that's gun. He loves his kitchen gun, that's for sure. My client never intended these events. You must understand. One of their other contractors proved to be overzealous in an attempt to conceal their mistakes. The result was the regrettable situation you saw in Hexport. But for all that to be for nothing, that would be a waste beyond the original act, piling insults on injury. The stranger sighs. There is much to be gained in a system desperate for peace, for the war to be ended, and wars tend to end when one side concedes. I don't believe you. In a corporate war, there is no winner. The truth does not necessitate you believe in it. Only a few possible futures remain for the belt. My client will facilitate one of the better ones. That is why I'm here. But if you need additional persuasion, I am authorized to offer you 300 Creo as a reflection of your efforts. The stranger smiles again, his tone never straying from his business-like calm. Now, can you return my client's drive? The stranger's hand shifts in his jacket pocket. You have the feeling this is not a choice you can deny. Fuck you, Mirage. Break the drive. You grip the drive in your pocket so hard the casing starts to crack. You see the stranger's eyes flash a warning. You dash the drive against the metal wall of the passageway, splintering it into 1,000 shards that pepper the two of you with cuts and scratches. The stranger shakes his head. A regrettable decision. You hold yourself ready, expecting retaliation, but it does not come. The stranger simply turns and clunks away down the passage, not willing to waste another word on you. Your transaction is complete. You head back to the rig, and as you do, a weight lifts from each corridor, each junction. As you board the transit shuttle that will take you to Marco's yard, back to the rig, you think of Hexport and what is left of that place. You will never forget what happened to the station, but you will not let it steer your future. Cadet refused to be sucked into that web of secrets, and now you refuse too. There will be no account of Senatstad's crimes. There will be no reckoning. There will be a life outside of the future they want for the belt. You know it. Hell yeah. Stranger danger. That's the name of the achievement. Okay, I like that. That's some good stuff. And what time is it? Oh, it's almost a 3-hour mark. I think this is a good spot for us to end today's stream. We did some very good progress. We pretty much like finished like the biggest main objectives. We are in the post game right now. So yeah. Let me see, when did it save? 37 seconds ago. Okay. Let's go to the main menu. And from there, let's find somebody to raid.
Also, Mizzy, guess what?
I got a Quest 3S. I now have a headset that doesn't feel like a dinosaur. Imagine that. Anyway, let's see what's live. Twitcher. Typically is live. Evie is live. Fields of Vistria. Never heard of that. Shio Tales is also playing Field. Oh, it's a new release. Right. It's a new game. Esther is playing Big Walk. Yeah, that also just released. Wow, a lot of people are playing Fields of Mystria right now. How is it that I never heard of this game until now? Okay, let's see if there's anybody streaming Citizen Sleep. Oh wait, let me see my followed categories. Nope, nobody's playing those games. Okay. Citizen Sleeper. 14 viewers, okay. It is a VTuber. And there's me. And there's somebody else who is not a VTuber. Okay, let's see other games. Dishonored, maybe. Oh wow, there's a lot of viewers. A lot of people playing Dishonored right now. Almost all of them are Russian. What? That's funny. You know what? Let's just stick to the safe stuff and. Now let's rate Eevee. Rate Eevee. Raid created. Alrighty then, everyone. Oh, and just as the ad is about to roll in, nice. We avoided the ads. Be thankful, everyone. But yeah, thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you again for the raid, Twitter. I just realized I forgot to shut you out. Oh my gosh. Or wait, didn't it shut you out automatically? Automatically? Huh. Okay, that we'll see. Next time there's a raid, I will have to actually keep track of that. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Thanks for the stream, fan. Have a nice day. You too, Ran. You too. And yeah, since we are nearing the end of this, I really have to get that poll for the next game set up. So if you're curious about that, please go check in my Discord server. The poll will be ready soon, I imagine. Feel free to join the raid, but there's no obligation to. Evie is a very cute streamer. She's playing the game that I mentioned earlier. Can't look it up now. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Avalofines Volkreuz, and I am taking my leave. Bye bye, Rand. Bye bye, Mizzy. Bye bye, Twitter. Bye bye, Pi. Bye bye, Bob. Bye bye, Mason. Bye bye, everybody.